Hey guys, Carolyn here from Premier Movement, and I am one of the coaches that work at Premier Movement here in Minot. So we are obviously working through some really unprecedented times right now. Our gym is currently closed, and we're all being encouraged to practice social distancing. So we wanted to take this time to share some home workouts with you guys. And we're going to do this live from our business page so that we can share these not only with our members and our challengers who work out with us, but we also wanted to take this time to share these home workouts with all of you. So please share these with your friends and family and use this as an opportunity to stay active at home. Fitness and nutrition have many benefits, but especially in this time of uncertainty and this time of just not having answers and not knowing, we're all really off of our routine. And just doing a workout, getting that heart rate elevated and getting a little sweat on can really help just put us in a good place, boost our mood, and just help us be better parents, better spouses, better just better friends by getting that mood boost of an exercise. So we've obviously never done this before, but what we're going to do is we will share a workout with you guys each day. So I'll come on here live and I will demonstrate the moves for the workout, and then you'll just take that knowledge and you can do your workout any time of day at home. Today your workout is coming to you live from my living room, which is also our toy room. So you can really do this in any space in your home, big or small. And our intention is that you can do these workouts with very minimal, you don't need any formal equipment. So I just want to run through a couple ideas of what you can do here. We'll design everything so that you really won't need much, and you definitely don't need like actual weights. You don't need to have any weights or kettlebells or anything at your house. We'll make this work for everybody with what you have around town. So I just walked through my house and was kind of brainstorming things that I could use to just add a little bit of weight in my workout. So a couple ideas I came up with. Bleach. Gallon of bleach, jug of bleach. Another little bit heavier option is laundry detergent. So I have my jug of laundry detergent, has a handle. This can double as a weight, kettlebell, whatever you want to do. Little joke earlier, but it's true. You can use a handle of Tito's or even a case of beer, whatever you guys have. But even just little things like a gallon of water. I was walking through my house kind of brainstorming things, and I found this vase. It's kind of heavy. It can double as a weight for my workout. But of course, if you do have some exercise equipment at home, you can use traditional weights, dumbbells, a kettlebell, just whatever you have to work with. We're going to make this work for everybody. So one thing that we would like to challenge you guys to is if you actually do the workout and you complete the workout, we would love to see you guys share a picture of yourself if you're doing it with your kiddos. Just share a selfie, even if it's in the comments here or on your own social media. And then just tag us, Premier Movement or hashtag Premier Movement. Throw out some other fun hashtags, home workout, social distancing, whatever. So the layout of the workout, how it's going to work is each day there will be six, it's from the 6 fundamental movements. So it's essentially 6 weightlifting moves, and then we'll finish at the end with a little bit of cardio. And we'll do this with some timed intervals. So you guys can, these are for any fitness level. We can make it harder and make it easier. We'll show those options as we demonstrate the moves. And then as far as the cardio portion goes, maybe just have your cell phone handy so you can set a timer, because we're going to do timed intervals for the cardio portion, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate those weightlifting moves first, and we're going to do them in pairs. It's called a superset. So we'll have 2 moves that we do together, and today we're going to do 3 sets of each of those pairs, okay? So we're going to do 2 moves, repeat that 3 times, 10 of each move. Our first move today is called the hands elevated push-up. So this is our push, and as I'm demonstrating, I'm going to give you guys a couple cues on ways to keep this safe and get into the proper position, and just other things to keep in mind while you're doing this at home. Just make sure you're choosing like a sturdy, safe, and stable surface. You know, make sure you're making good decisions, keeping it safe for you at home, okay? So our first move today in the first set is called the hands elevated push-up. So you can use anything to do the hands elevated push-up, but we'll start here today. I'm gonna use my couch. So in that hands elevated push-up, we're gonna stack our hands directly below our shoulders, stepping those feet back into a plank position. We wanna make sure that we have that pelvis tucked and the rib cage is down so that we don't have any arch in the back, okay? We want you to screw your elbows in, and we want to focus on having our elbows in more of an arrow position and not a T, okay? We don't want to have that T. Elbows are going to stay a little bit closer to the torso with those elbows screwed in, okay? So, nice and long in that neck with the chin tucked. I'm going to lower my chest down towards the couch, use my exhale, push my core out, pressing up, okay? If you need to make this a little bit easier, if that's too challenging, you can use like a chair that's taller or just a surface that's taller. And then another option, if that is too easy for you and you don't need to have your hands elevated, just do a regular push-up. Stack through the floor here, okay? So that's our first move. Second move today is the squat halfway up. So you can do just body weight. And when you set up for this, we're going to set our feet just outside our shoulders and then making sure that we tuck the pelvis. We don't want any arch in the low back here. We keep the rib cage down. Shoulders are back and down, nice and long in the neck with the chin tucked. When we sink into our squat, we want to make sure that our knees track the outside two toes. We don't want to see knees diving in at any point during the squat, down or up. So getting in position here, I'm sinking into the squat here. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom of my squat, come halfway up, and then back down to the bottom of that squat. So this might be familiar for some of you yesterday. And then we come back up to the top. So all the way down, halfway up, back down, up, really exaggerating with that squeeze on the glutes at the top, okay? You can do just body weight or use one of your options. You got the laundry detergent here, just holding here at the top in that goblet position here, all the way down, halfway up. Make sure those knees stay tracking the outside two toes. Exhaling as you drive up, finishing with the squeeze on the glutes, okay? So that's our first superset. You're going to repeat the hands elevated push-up and the squat halfway up. You're going to do that 3 times, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, okay? So that's our first pair, that's our first superset. Second superset is going to be the bear hold. So to get set up in bear, I'm going to turn you guys down a little bit here. To get set up in our bear position, this one is also a timed interval. So if you have your cell phone handy, you can set your timer or stopwatch 30 seconds each time. So getting in position, we're going to stack our hands directly below our shoulders. The knees start below the hips. I'm going to tuck those toes under, and then we're just pressing those knees up off the ground, about 2 inches off the ground. We're going to actively push the floor away to keep those shoulder blades engaged. I want you to focus on keeping a nice long neck with that chin tucked, so everything's staying in line with the spine. Making sure that rib cage stays down and that we're really focusing on breathing through the belly. So pressing through into it, hands below the shoulders, into that bear position, long neck, chin tucked. Exaggerate that breathing as you inhale in through your nose, and then exhale like you're blowing out a candle, out through your mouth, okay? A couple things, you want to make sure that your hands aren't sneaking too far forward so that they're not stacked below our shoulders and that those knees stay below the hips. First round might seem a little bit easy, but this is going to start to give you a nice good burn. Quads, shoulders, core, all of it, okay? So that's move 1 of our second superset. Next move is called the total lunge. So as we set up, let me bring you guys back up here. As we set up for the total lunge, we're going to start, those feet are side by side, and then total lunge is kind of a combination move where we're doing a forward lunge combined with a reverse lunge. So as we step into that forward lunge, we want to make sure we're tucking the pelvis and the rib cage is down so that we're not arching our low back. Shoulders are back and down, nice long neck. Let's get a little more room here. So from here, we're taking that first step into a forward lunge. As I step into that forward lunge, I want to see 90 degrees from that back knee, 90 degrees in that front knee, and then thinking about keeping that front knee that knee is going to track the outside 2 toes. I don't want to see the knee dive in. It's going to stay tracking those outside 2 toes, okay? We're going to hover just above the ground and press back up through that front foot, keeping the pelvis tucked. Exhale, back to the top. And then we're going to combine it. A couple options. You can either pause at the center or one smooth move back into that reverse lunge, okay? So again, 90 degrees, front knee tracks the outside 2 toes, hip, knee, and ankle stay in line, okay? So all together, it's going to look like this. Forward lunge, into that reverse lunge, forward lunge, into that reverse lunge, okay? Slow it down if you need to, pause, in the middle, reset, reverse lunge, okay? So one front, one back is one, and we have to do both sides on this, okay? So you're gonna be stepping with that right leg, and then switch, left leg, here, okay? Progression, again, add weight. Add some weight to it. You can add 2 here. All right, so that is superset number 2. You're gonna do 30 seconds of bear, and then total lunge. A little sweaty here. Total lunge. 10 on the right, 10 on the left. And then last set today, we have our glute bridge. So glute bridge is our hinge for today. And we're gonna get set up down on the floor here. Maybe I'll bring you guys down on the floor with me. So in getting set up for our glute bridge, we're gonna lay back. We're gonna slide those heels nice and close to our glutes. Tuck that chin, keeping that neck nice and long. And then we wanna make sure we keep our hips underneath so that as we press into our glute bridge, we're not arching the middle part of the back here, okay? So rib cage stays down, and we're gonna press into that glute bridge here. We're gonna hold it, squeeze for 2 at the top, slow and controlled way back down, okay? Pressing, squeezing. Make sure that we're not arching the back here as we get into that extension, squeezing the glutes. Tap, okay? Progression is just gonna be adding weight. Grab my nice heavy vase here, set that right across the hips, slide those heels nice and close to the glutes, and we're pressing and holding. Squeeze it for 2, back down, okay? If you have weights, you can actually use a weight and just set that dumbbell across the hips here, okay? So we've got 10 glute bridges, and then our last move today is the suitcase carry. So our suitcase carry is designed to put all of our posture cues together. So all those things we were talking about, tucking the pelvis, stacking our rib cage on top of the pelvis, keeping the shoulders back and down, long neck, chin tucked. We're just gonna add some weight to that pattern. And you can just walk this one up and down your hallway. You can walk from your living room to the kitchen in my case. But just grab 2 nice heavy thing, or sorry, not 2 today. Suitcase carry is just gonna be 1. So you might have one of these laying around your house, but you're gonna start pelvis tucked, rib cage down, shoulders back and down. And then when we have the weight in the one hand, we just want to make sure that our shoulders are staying nice and even and that we're not letting our core rotate through that movement, okay? So use your core to stabilize here, long neck, chin tucked, and then just seriously walking from here to the kitchen. Okay, so you'll go all the way down and then go back, and then we switch sides, do the other hand, okay? So find something fun to use for your heavy weight, and you're gonna repeat that last set, glute bridge, suitcase carry, 3 times, okay? The suitcase carry is not any reps. We're not gonna do 10 reps on that one. You're just gonna walk the length from living room to kitchen, hallway, whatever. If you wanna give yourself a little more cardio workout, you can go up and down the stairs. Keep that core braced. So that is our weightlifting portion. You're gonna do each of those 3 supersets, those pairs of weights, 3 times, 10 reps of each move, and then we're gonna finish the workout with what's called metabolic conditioning. So a little bit of a cardio spike, get that heart rate up, and burn some fat, burn some calories, okay? First move today is called the step up. So step ups, you can get creative. You can do these actually on your staircase. If you have a step stool or a footstool, something that's sturdy enough, you can use the footstool. But again, make sure you're choosing something safe, and we can take the actual step out and just do a high knee drive if we don't have something to work with, okay? So I have my little, I'm gonna use this for my step stool today. But in that step ups, we're gonna do, let's see, today our intervals are going to be 30 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So we'll do 5 of each of these today, and we're gonna do step ups first. So when we get set up for the step up, we're gonna alternate. First round is gonna be on the right leg, second round is gonna be on that left leg. And just some cues to get you started here. We wanna plant that foot through the box as we drive up, making sure our knee tracks the outside 2 toes, okay? Use that exhale, let this foot do all the work let this foot do all the work as we drive up. We don't want to cheat it by pushing off the ground here through that back foot. But keep that pelvis tucked, exhale, squeeze the glutes at the top, okay? Coming back down, you can tap, add a little more cardio if you want to take that foot off the step, and we can make this harder, a progression. Plant that foot, exhale, high knee drive. Okay, so you'll do 30 seconds stepping with this right foot. You can set that timer on your phone, and then next set, round 2, we're going to plant through that left foot. So here, and back down. Here, okay? Last one, just split it, 15 seconds on the right foot, 15 seconds on the left foot, okay? So we work for 30 seconds, and then we rest, let that heart rate recover a little bit for 20 seconds in between. So 5 times on the step up, and then our next one is called the dead bug. So I'm gonna bring you guys down to the floor again with me. So for our dead bug, at Premier Movement, you are never going to find us do crunches or sit-ups. This is a really good core activation drill, and we actually start our warm-up in class every day with the dead bug in class. So some cues to the dead bug. We're going to be laying flat on our back. Bring it down a little bit here, guys. Okay, so we're flat on our back. That chin is tucked. We're going to bring the hips and knees to 90 degrees. Tuck that chin. And then we're going to extend those hands straight out in front of us. I want you to start, if this is your first time doing a dead bug, I want you to start just practicing the breathing technique here. We want to make sure we're keeping the hips, the middle part of the back, and the shoulders pressed into the ground. So what I don't want to see is arching the back up off the ground here. You shouldn't be able to put your hand under here. You got to push down through that middle part of the back. That's where the main part of that core activation is going to come from. And what you want to do is, as you inhale, we should fill that belly up with air. That belly should rise up. And then exhaling, we're going to keep pushing the belly out all the way around to our low back. And that exhale is going to be like we're blowing out a candle. So inhaling through your nose, and then it's a nice controlled exhale, like you're blowing out a candle as we press this middle part of our back. Okay? So if this is the first time for you doing the dead bug, just hold this, and we're going to breathe through it for 30 seconds, focusing on that intra-abdominal pressure, and we breathe. Okay? If we're doing this properly and keeping the hips, mid-back, and shoulders, we should really start to feel it in the core as we breathe. Okay? Progression, once you get that down, we're just going to add an alternating pattern. So think of the 90-90 hands extended. This is your home base, and we're alternating right arm with the left leg. Keep a slight bend in your knee as you tap that heel down, and then other side. Left arm with the right leg, back up to our home. Slow and controlled, time under tension here. And again, focus on breathing, inhaling in through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. Okay? Progression, you can add weight over here, but same exact thing. We're just doing those hands together, alternating the foot. Keep that rib cage down, especially as we add weight here. We want to make sure the back doesn't arch up off the floor. Okay? So dead bug, 5 times, 30 seconds working, 20 seconds resting. Next move for Metcon, metabolic conditioning, lateral hops. So lateral hops, we're going to be working, think of it like as a fast feet drill. If you have like a pattern in your carpet or tile, you can use a line in those, but you might just need to use an imaginary line and hop over the carpet here, okay? So we're going to just plant those feet side by side, pelvis tucked, rib cage down, tall in that chest, and then I'm just going to hop my feet over my imaginary line here. Okay, keep that pressure in the belly, working laterally. 5 rounds of that, 30 seconds on, 20 seconds of rest. And then our last move for today, vertical jumps. So a couple options on the vertical jump. You guys are going to get set up in a squat position. So as we get set up, feet are about shoulder width apart. We're going to make sure that the pelvis stays tucked, rib cage down, shoulders back and down. As you sink into that squat, we're going to get to the bottom of that squat, load it here, keep that chest up, long neck, and then we're going to explode through with a vertical jump, okay? So break it down into 3 pieces. Load the squat, jump, land nice and soft in the knees. We don't have to land in that squat, okay? So load it, explode, reset. Okay, an option here if we need to take the impact out and take the jump out is just going to be into a calf raise. So you're going to load it, same cues though, load it into that squat, keep that chest up, and as we drive up, we're just going to come into a calf raise. Coming up on the toes, get you a little bit better demo there. So as we load it, all right, as we load it, we're sinking in that squat. Knees track the outside two toes, chest tall, coming up, nice contraction, holding it through the calves. Load it, calf raise, reset in between. Okay? And then the other thing, you can give yourself a target behind you if you need to. You can use your couch or something, or your box, just so that you're getting deep enough in that squat. Okay, so 30 seconds there, 20 seconds to rest. Doing that 5 times. So I challenge you to try this workout out at home. Grab a friend, grab your significant other. Have your kids join you. Since this is our first day doing it, face touching. Since this is our first day doing it, I did it during nap time. So my daughter's taking a nap, but maybe one of these days I will show you how you can incorporate your kids into the workout. So if you guys actually try this workout, share either your selfie, maybe give us a little flex, but share your selfie in the comments, or if you guys share it on your own Facebook or Instagrams, tag us, Premier Movement, and let's just stay moving and stay positive through all of this as we're spacing ourselves out from other people. So you guys take care, and thanks for joining.